Hello everyone, how are you? So, today we will see another very important concept in Python, which is the conditional. So, how to write a condition in your statement, in your code. So, to do this, there is three keywords that you have to use. So, the first is if, of course, as we use it in English, and the second is elif, and the last one is else. So these these three keywords are very important, and we will use them to write correctly or to correctly write our statements. So to do this, we will use an example in math, which is how to resolve an equation of second degree. So, of course, this type of equation are generally written like this. So, ax to the power of 2 plus bx plus c equal to 0. So we'll see how to find our real solution. So just real solution, not complex one. So solution or solutions. Good. So to do this in Python is easy. So we'll use our conditional statements to write an adequate code that give us a solutions or that solves this type of equations. So, as we know in math, the general solution of this equation is given by these processes. So, the first thing to do is to calculate delta of this equation. So, delta is equal to b to the square of b minus 4ac. But first we have to define these variables. So for example, e is equal to 1, for example, b equal to 2, and c is equal to 1, for example. So in this case, delta is written by or is given by this formula, which is b to the power of 2 minus 4 times a times c. And after we calculate this delta, we have three types of solution. The first is if delta is positive, absolutely positive. So this is what we will write, this condition. So delta, or if delta is greater than 0. So this is how we write our conditional statement. So we begin with if, and we give the condition, and we put the 2 points, and we return to the line, but we leave some space. We leave a tabulation in the second line. So if this delta is absolutely positive, so we'll print for the user that this equation or there are two solutions. Good. and we will print these two solutions. So the print so the first is, of course, minus b minus the square of delta. So in math we know that the square is the power of a half, and after this we will divide this result by 2 times a. So this is the first result. The second print, so it is almost the same, but the second of square of delta. So here we will have plus, so plus square of delta, and we will divide it by 2 times a, just as the first. After this we will, so this is the first condition. The second, so when we will have the second condition, we don't repeat if, we write elif, which is else if, which means another if. So elif delta is equal, and remember, equal, we don't just write one equal symbol, no, two. For the condition, for the comparison, we write two, but for the assignment we write one, just like here in the third and fourth and fifth line. Here we are assigning a value, but here we are giving a condition. We are comparing two things. We are comparing delta with 0. If delta is equal to 0, we will write, so we will print to the users that there is just one solution. And we'll print it. So print that this solution is minus b over 2 times a. So this is our solution. And finally, here we can repeat elif. So if we have another condition, we can write elif delta is not greater than 0, but it is less than 0. We can write it, but if we have just one less condition, we can simplify and write just else 2 points and return to the line with the tabulation. So this for the last sentence, the last condition. But if we have another or others condition, we can repeat elif. So remember, if and else we not repeat them. If is always in the first condition, else is in the final condition, but in the middle we can write as we want as of this elif. We can repeat elif as many times as we want. So else what? Else, so if of course, if we have a delta that is not positive, that is negative, so we have no real solution. So we will print just there is no real solutions. Good. So this is our program that which we can solve this type of equations. So for this equation which have a equal 1 and b equal 2 and c equal 1, we will see our results. So there is one solution which is -1. Okay, so there is just one solution. Good. So we will change this equation. Here we will give it, for example, 4, and we will see what solution that will give us. So there is no solution. If it is 4, so there is no real solution. If we give it, for example, -4, so there are two solutions, the first and the second. So this is how to use this condition or conditional statements in our programs. Okay, so first we begin with if for the first condition. If this condition is not satisfied, we pass, or the program passes, to the second condition, which is elif. If there is many other solutions, the program will pass to them, and they must be they must begin with elif. So elif, and for the last condition, we can of course write elif, but to simplify it and remember the Zen code of Python, simple is more preferred than complex. So we prefer else, and we or the machine will check if this condition is satisfied or no. So this is our program, and this is how to use it. So this is the three keywords to use in our condition. So this is our program in solving this type of equation using this conditional statement. So this is what we have for today. Thank you, and see you in the next session. Goodbye.